Hi everyone, my name is Gigi and welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to be talking about insecurities, what they are, how they present themselves in your life, and how they're stopping you from achieving your goals. So if you're someone that believes that everyone around them seems to be doing so much better than you or achieving your goals when you feel so stuck in life and you feel like you can't achieve the same things as them, this video is for you. Before we get any further into this video, I think it's really important to talk about what insecurities actually are and how they present themselves in your life. This is really important because a lot of people don't realize that their insecurities is what is actually holding them back. A lot of the time, because they're so insecure, they believe that it's their lack of skill or lack of knowledge or lack of just luck in general, which is what is holding them back. But that is the insecurities talking. So I think it's really important to get into what insecurity actually is and how it's affecting your life. Insecurity is an inner psychological state where you have a lack of belief or uncertainty about your abilities in life, your worth, and your place in the world. It's a lot deeper than just feeling shy around people and having a lack of confidence. It's a deep-rooted self-doubt that has built itself over years and years, likely from childhood all the way up until now. And everything that's happened during that time to your brain has been more of a confirmation of your self-doubts. This will affect everything: how you think, how you feel, how you behave. Insecurities play a massive role across your entire life. It comes from a very deep-rooted negative internal belief system where you have said to yourself, or even had people say to you, you can't do this, you can't achieve this, you can't be this. Whether it's been from criticism, neglect, trauma, you have built these self-beliefs about yourself, or even heard them from other people and believed them and made them your own self-beliefs, that now they control every action, every move, everything that you think about yourself going forward in your life. And this plays a massive role when it comes to making life decisions because you will always have these insecurities playing on your mind. In fact, a lot of the time, these insecurities and self-doubts is what's stopping you from achieving your goals, even when you really want them. Because you have so much self-doubt about yourself, you're constantly seeking outward opinions and validation because you can't, within yourself, validate yourself. Because a lot of what you think about yourself and your place in the world comes from that pre-programmed state of mind, which is all of your insecurities, all of your self-doubts, you cannot think good about yourself. Therefore, you're reaching out to other people, trying to have them to validate you. And without that, you are stuck in that state of mind where you're insecure, you're doubting yourself, you don't know how to move forward, because all you see are the insecurities. Because you cannot understand your own self-worth, because you've put yourself so low, you have to seek out for people to give you worth, to give you compliments, to tell you you're worth it, because you can't do that within yourself. A lot of the time on the surface, this will look like someone who is very nervous about everything they do, someone who overthinks everything, someone who is incredibly jealous of the people around them. But deeper down, this is a coping mechanism to try and get through life and try and keep yourself safe without having to question your own values you've created for yourself, your own self-beliefs, which are actually self-doubts. Now you're going to find your insecurities showing themselves on the surface and in different areas of your life through multiple different ways. Like I mentioned before, things like overthinking and jealousy are a massive part of your insecurities coming to the surface, because if you're constantly thinking the people around you are better than you, you are going to overthink everything that you do, all of your actions, all of your feelings, all of the conversations that you have. And if you're constantly thinking that everyone around you has a better life, they're prettier, they have more money, they have a better job, they're able to do more than what you are, you're going to find yourself envious of that. You want that life. You want to feel like them, but you can't. So you are going to feel jealous of them. And it's not a bad thing. It's not something you're actively doing, something that you want to actively be, but it's the natural progression of wanting the life that someone else has. As well as those things, you'll find yourself second guessing everything that you do, trying to please everyone around you so you feel good about yourself. You feel like a good person. That gives you that little bit of extra validation that you can't do yourself. You'll find yourself comparing yourself to everyone around you, or even the people that you see on social media. You will constantly look at their lives, look at how they look, and want to be like them because you're not happy in your own life. You'll find yourself not taking risks, even holding yourself back from things you really want to do, because to you, in your brain, you already know you can't do it because of your self-doubts. Physically, you will feel very tense and stressed all the time. You might find yourself with back problems, knots in your shoulders. You might bite your lips or pick your nails. You'll find yourself doing nervous little habits that are caused because of your insecurities. You might find it difficult to even hold eye contact in situations where you're talking to people because you again find them above you and that intimidates you. Now, there is actual science behind this of why your brain does this, but to simplify it, your brain is wired to be accepted by people, to be loved by people, to be in a group of people. And if not, it's dangerous. It's dangerous to be singled out, and it's dangerous to be different. Your brain reacts very, very strongly to being threatened in that way, to being singled out. And because of that, what you perceive as downsides of yourself aren't just little things. They become massive things that develop into these massive insecurities, which causes great anxiety and great stress on yourself. Your brain's point of view of itself is literally distorting itself to try and fit in. But by doing that, it's holding you back because you're less likely to take risks and push yourself into situations where you might feel danger. So you should never feel ashamed of being anxious or being insecure about something, because it's literally your brain's hardwired way, your pre-programmed way of living life. It's trying to protect you, but in doing that, it's actually holding you back. If you continue living your life through these insecurities holding you back, you'll find yourself incredibly stuck. It'll be a constant cycle of bad jobs, bad relationships, and bad situations because you're not allowing yourself to push forward. You're not pushing yourself out of that comfort zone that will get you to where you want to go in life. You're going to live in this tiny little bubble which consists of everything your brain has deemed safe, or at least things that you know how to already deal with. This bubble could be awful for you. It could be an awful job that you hate with people you don't like. It could be a bad relationship that's incredibly toxic to you. It could be you living a very unhealthy lifestyle where you eat bad, but because you're so used to those things and you know how to experience those things, you know how to put up with those things, you will be stuck there. And because your brain deems that these insecurities are so much stronger than whatever lies on the outside of that comfort zone, because you cannot be good enough or you're not worth enough to be more and do more, you will be stuck in this comfort zone for the rest of your life and you'll never get to where you want to be. Your insecurities are literally teaching you to settle for the life you don't want. Every time you have a bad thought about yourself, every time you compare yourself to someone and think, why am I not like them? Why don't I look like them? Why am I not achieving things like them? Question yourself, why? Why am I thinking that way? What makes them better than me? Why can't I do that? The more you ask yourself why, your brain is going to think about it rather than having these automatic thoughts about yourself. If you question why, the logic side of your brain is going to kick in. You're going to start picking apart your own preset thoughts on yourself. And the more you do that, the more you pick apart, you're going to realize it's not the truth. If you have this automatic thought of, I'm not smart enough, but you sit and you think, wait, why am I not smart enough? Why do I think that way about myself? You're going to start picking apart that pre-programmed thought. You're going to understand where it came from. Well, it's because I got that test wrong that one time, or I said something a bit stupid in front of that person I really liked. But then suddenly you'll remember, oh, but I did really well in that test the time before. Or I was really tired that day, that's why I didn't do well. The more you question yourself, why? Why do I think that way? The more you'll start realizing you've been lying to yourself. You've made a lie the truth, a fact. And when you pick it apart, when you learn about what the actual fact is, that insecurity will disappear. If you've told yourself over and over again, I'm ugly, I'm ugly, I'm ugly, I'm ugly, and then you question yourself, why do I think I'm ugly? Is it because I've compared myself to all of these fake people online? You'll start to realize actually you're not ugly. You've just been comparing yourself to this unreachable standard, and that insecurity will slowly start crumbling away. Now, one of the biggest tips that I will always give people is to cut out the ability to compare. A lot of insecurity comes from comparing yourself to the people around you. So if you can stop that or limit that as much as possible, that is when the real work will start to happen within. So I'm talking come off social media if you absolutely have to. I know that's a big thing, but if you must remove it completely to stop yourself from comparing, do it. If you can't remove yourself completely, at least cater your For You pages and explore pages to what you actually want to see and what is going to aid you in your journey. Another tip is to leave post-it notes on mirrors or on common places that you often look at, whether it's next to your mirror, whether it's as you're brushing your teeth, whether it's as soon as you open up a notebook or your laptop. Write affirmations, things like, I am beautiful, I am smart, I will do good today, and put them in areas you're going to see a lot, things that your eyes are going to be naturally drawn to. The more you see these things, the more you read, I am beautiful, I am smart, I will do good today, I am kind, I am enough. Your brain is going to process them every single day a little bit more until you start actually believing those things in yourself. When you find yourself having these episodes of feeling really low, feeling really insecure, write down what's caused it. If you've seen someone, if you've seen something that makes you sad, if you've seen something that makes you question yourself, write it down. Really try and get into why you think it's affected you and how you think going forward you can handle that situation. Understand how your insecurities work, the patterns that lie within your insecurities. Look back on your life and see where they might have come from and what situation might have caused these insecurities. The more you understand about your insecurities and yourself, the more you can really work on breaking those down and questioning why they're there. You have to understand that insecurities come from a self-belief system. They only have power because you believe in them. So as soon as you start questioning your beliefs, as soon as you start breaking down truly what you believe in yourself and you realize that those things aren't true about yourself, those beliefs will disappear and you will start believing in a more confident version of yourself. You are quite literally disproving your own beliefs, and that is an incredibly hard thing to do, and it won't happen overnight. But the more you question your own beliefs, the less power those insecurities will have. And from there, you can build new beliefs, positive beliefs about yourself. And those beliefs and those insecurities that were holding you back will become confidence, will become believing in yourself, believing you're beautiful, believing you're smart, believing you can do anything. You need to switch the way that you talk about yourself. If you find yourself saying, I'm not enough, you need to switch that, even if you feel like you're lying to yourself, and say, I am enough. If you find yourself looking at the mirror and saying, I'm ugly, switch that, catch yourself out, and say, no, wait, I'm beautiful. Even if you're doing it every single day and at first you're looking at yourself in the mirror and you're thinking, I'm ugly, I'm so ugly, I hate this, I hate the way I look. And then going, no, I'm not going to think that way. I am beautiful. I love this part of myself. Just doing that over and over again every single day, and I've said this so many times in my videos, but just teaching yourself every single day to call yourself out and say something to yourself that's positive, even if it's out loud, even if it's in your brain, literally calling yourself out and saying, wait, why am I thinking that way? Why am I doing that? Why am I treating myself that way? And then saying the positive thing afterwards. You'll find yourself after weeks, months, just automatically saying the positive thing without even having the negative thought. When you remove the power that insecurities have because They are a self-belief. You will find the entire world opening up for you. Your entire life that has been held back by all of these boundaries you've set yourself because of your insecurity will open up. You will find things that you thought were impossible for you to be incredibly accessible to you, all because you've removed the power those insecurities had over you. That is all from me today. I hope you have enjoyed today's video. If you did, don't forget to subscribe and comment down below any questions you might have. I will try and get back as soon as possible, and I will see you in the next video.